Hi, in this short CMake See It in Action video, we're going to show the new recording, collaboration, and commenting functions found in CMake 4.8. To start our demonstration, we will open a checkpoint of an existing system. And I've chosen this checkpoint, which contains a network of 4 machines containing 2 client machines and 2 servers. And let's just minimize the window I'm not going to be using. So it's running, and let's start doing some things on the target machine. I'm going to be running the client program, sending packets to the machine called server P, the blue machine at the bottom. And as I do that, you can see that I send 10 packets, 10 packets are received. Good. So I started spontaneously testing my software. So let's make a comment here and say that a spontaneous test of the software was completed. Okay, done. So that's all nice and dandy, right? But the purpose of this demo is to show off the recording functionality. So let's start recording. So let's record a session. I'm going to call this recording example. We need to write a name for the checkpoint, and the checkpoint comment is example showing recording spontaneous testing. So let's do some more spontaneous testing. And now that we start turned on recording, you can see that it actually says recording down here in the control window. So let's do some more testing. We're back here. Let's do the same thing we did before, sending off to the blue machine, server P. That works just like we did before. But let's go in and edit here and get the IP address of the server A instead, which is 10.10.0.20. And let's send some packets to it. And this wasn't good. I mean, rather than the expected output like this, we actually got a segmentation fault. And this is like, oops. But since I was recording everything I did, it is now absolutely trivial to send the exact things I did to the developer this program and tell them, look, when I did this, your program crashed, which would make it very easy for them to diagnose the issue. And just to make it really clear what happened, we're going to add a comment here that said, server A, server program crashed. Please diagnose. And we see that comment also being entered into the timeline. So at this point in time, we stopped recording, which basically means saving the checkpoint. This one is no longer recording. We go over to the Checkpoint Explorer, and we're going to bring up the recording. As you can see, the comment I entered for checkpoint is still there. We open the recording example, and we have a new session here that says replaying. So now this session is going to replay what happened in the last session. So let's look at the machine where I was entering all my commands as we start the simulation. And as you can see, the time comments here are actually something in the future, because this shows the recipient that, at 3 minutes, please watch out for what happens. So let's see what's going on here. Now I'm going back, and you can see that all my editing commands are replayed, arrow key by arrow key, mistyping by mistyping. So it's not just the result of my command, is actually all the actions I did to create that command line, which are replayed. And now we're done. We have a segmentation fault on this machine. We're at 3 minutes 4 seconds, which is where we stopped the recording. And if we check the actual precise time on the prior session and the recorded session, you can see that we stopped at exact same instruction that we did in the original execution. So this means that we actually perfectly capture everything that goes on in the target system. And if we look at this overlay image, we can see that what happens here is that we started with a checkpoint of the system which would booted, target software loaded, and the server started. After that, we did a bit of spontaneous testing, which we did not record, which moved us some distance into the future. And after that, we recorded a piece of the action, which we now also replayed in a separate session perfectly. But once this replaying has been done, we can actually do different things. So if I continue from here, I can actually do new things. This is still a live machine. I can, redo that, except for the fact there's nowhere to receive it because I didn't start a server. I can restart a server, which is actually quite different from just a passive recording. So it's really passing a slice of the execution of a system to another user, and they can do anything they want after that thing is complete. So, to sum up, this short movie shows how you can use Symmex checkpoint comments, timeline comments, and recording checkpoints to collaborate between users, between testers and developers, between teams, even between companies, because the Symmex checkpoints are going to exhibit the exact same behavior no matter where you open them, on which machine, at which point in time. If I took this checkpoint and reopened it a year or two from now, I would still see the exact same behavior of the target system, the exact same cycle-by-cycle evolution of the target system behavior, because Symmex is designed to be absolutely perfect in reproducing execution scenarios. And the recording checkpoints makes it so easy to move execution scenarios from one user to another. Thank you.